WLT Sandstone.
1480 WTOX Glen Allen.
94.1 FM.
W23 1DP Richmond, Virginia. Una sola estación de éxito. Ultra.
Bueno, ladies and gentlemen, ¿cómo está? ¿Cómo está? This is Willie King, Stato Menes, Tremera on Stato Menes Latino Show. Ultra Radio Richmond, 94.1 FM, 1540 AM, 1480 AM. Like I said before, we have an amazing interview. Well, ladies and gentlemen from Richmond, can you please give a welcome and love to Tito Puente Jr.? What's going on, TPJ?
Vaya. Saludos a todos ustedes.
Yes.
Saludos para mi gente allá en Virginia. Y saludos a toda mi gente en el mundo entero que está escuchando la música de Tito Puente Jr. Thank you for having me, guys.
Awesome. So, TPJ, first of all, before we get started, because some of the things that I love to start with is how you doing and how's your family?
Everybody's well. We're vaccinated over here. We're ready to start traveling and get the word out about the new album. The kids are great. The family is all well. And the wife is doing fantastic. And we're all very healthy and happy. The ones in New York and everywhere else in Puerto Rico.
Nice.
But everybody's well. Thank God. Knock on wood.
Awesome.
And we're all in this together. We're hanging in there.
All right. Yeah. So you're ready? You're vaccinated already?
I am fully vaccinated at this point. I'm feel good.
Nice.
Pero mira, a mí es diferente porque yo tengo muchos fanáticos y mucha gente que dice que why are you getting it, Tito? The reason why, and I think my father, God rest his soul, you probably say the same thing, is that as a musician, an international musician, I have to get shots like yellow fever shots when I go to Africa and Brazil.
Yeah.
I got to get SARS shots when I go over to the Far East. So I'm always getting shots. So the COVID shot is just another,
it's like another flu shot. Yeah, it's like another flu shot. Yeah, it is.
And it's required for me because I do international travel and bring music. So as an international musician, I encourage all the international musicians to get the shot so that way you can go out.
And don't worry about it. You're not going to grow another ear. You're not going to grow another head. So another leg. You're fine. I'm on my second one's going to be this week. So I'm it's not that I'm excited. It's just one of the things is like check the block kind of deal. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So check this out. So I said a little bit about you when I started off the program. As son de el rey del timbal, you know what I'm saying? So and then what you're trying to do is share the world that mambo love, that mambo feeling, that mambo flavor that your dad has given the world. And you pursuing and giving that gift. Man, I'm gonna tell you, when I see you perform, you're just like your dad.
Gracias. Yo no tengo pelo blanco, chico. Por favor.
Well, you listen, but we're a month away because you're June 71. I'm July 71.
July 71.
Yeah,
we're going to be 50. We're going to be 50
I think you dye your hair. I want to say you dye.
Everybody thinks that, man. Yeah, let me tell you, I have not dyed my hair yet.
Stop,
I see a couple of my hairs, pero 50. We're going to be 50 this year. And, I feel great. And I love my father. I miss him. It's been 21 years this year, Papa. 21 years we lost the king of Latin music. He's sorely missed. That's what's really missing in salsa music today. That superstar, icon, that Celia Cruz, that Tito Puente, that Hector Lavoe, that real superstar that shines. But it's nice to see, our great culture continue on with Gilberto Santa Rosa, Victor Manuel, Mark Anthony, the India. They're doing a fantastic job keeping the music alive and well and reinventing the new generation of salsa singers.
We have to. Not we, because I'm not a singer and I'm a musician. I wish I was, but I don't think God gave me that skill. But it's a must because as the older generations are moving to the side, and of course, opening the doors. They definitely open the doors like your dad. He opened the doors to many of the musicians that are legends. And I mean, you could go history, and it's just amazing. But speaking about history, what's with the documentary movie that's in the makings?
I'm excited to share with you that we're in the works in securing a deal with a company out in Los Angeles. I am working with Mr. Edward James Olmos. We've been doing this for almost a year now, coming together and finding footage. It was a little difficult during the pandemic to travel to New York and ascertain the footage, but I finally got it. I got some cool footage, exclusiva para todos los fanáticos de Reyes Timbal. Beautiful footage of my father at home, at Christmas, and Thanksgiving. You guys are going to experience Tito Puente and what really made him a man that he became, that fantastic father figure, the musician. Everybody's seen Tito Puente on stage or live in concert. Now you're going to see another side of my father, him at home, giggling and laughing with us, the kids, at Christmas time. Really cool footage, and we're going to start the whole docuseries in an 8-part docuseries. It will be out this December. The trailer for the actual docuseries, we're trying to come up with a. I got so much footage. You got to think about it. 50-year career, 180 hours.
I can imagine.
Man, my mother got tapes of the yin yang. There's a lot of footage. So we're trying to cherry pick the right things for the trailer, and then that will come out May 31st this year, which is in about 2 months. And we're going to come out with the trailer for the docuseries, which will be out on one of the digital platforms. We're not sure which one is yet, but this December, that's where our target date is at. And it's going to be an 8-part docuseries, and then 2022, hopefully when coronavirus, if we get more, CDC lifted restrictions, we can actually start filming a movie, a biopic on the life and story of Tito Puente. Really big story, man.
Very nice, very nice. That's very interesting because we go back to there's truly got to be a past documentary, to me, I believe, to all the salseros and not only salseros but to the Latin genre, to all those musicians, all those singers, because what they've done, they've opened the doors to whether it be the women, whether it be the ghetto salsero, que vino del barrio de Nueva York, and then it's performing around the world. Those are amazing stories, and definitely Tito Puente has amazing history on him, because I'm a history buff, and one of the things that I love to do, I like to go back and look at documentaries. And definitely, I am definitely looking forward to this one, TPJ.
This one's going to be fantastic. Not only are you going to see exclusive footage of Tito Puente, but you're going to see the late, great, who just recently passed, Mr. Johnny Pacheco, the Queen, Celia Cruz, Oscar de Leon. You're going to see Cheo Feliciano, the late Cheo Feliciano, Tony Vega. I mean, every artist that Tito Puente ever performed with, practically, with regards to Machito and Tito Rodriguez, most of them from the RMM label. I got tons of footage of that. Dad backstage on airplanes and hotels, in lobbies, just hanging out, having drinks, eating with these great celebrities, and you're going to see a new light, and you'll probably get a real kick out of the way Tito Puente was just actually a normal person. He was a great comedian. He had a very good spirit. He was a fun guy.
You could tell. Listen, you could tell in the pictures you have where you guys. I don't know if you guys were at an award ceremony or something. You had your leg up, and your dad was holding up to your leg, and it's like,
that was one of the Grammy Awards. We're going to show you some of the Grammys.
Nice.
We're going to show you a lot of the gold records and all the great memorabilia. But you're really going to hear testimony from Sheila E., Pete Escovedo, all the fantastic artists that work with Tito Puente in the docuseries.
Nice.
You're going to see some great footage of the late, great Dave Valentin, Mr. Hilton Ruiz. I got Eddie Palmieri, Charlie Palmieri. I have so much footage of my father. It's just incredible. I can't wait to share it with everybody, and I'm really looking forward. I got to once again thank Mr. Edward James Olmos, el actor, for really coming into our family. And he asked, I really would love to do this project with the Puente family, with my sister Audrey, my brother Ronnie, and the blessing of my mother Margie. And we're looking forward. I'm spearheading it. And thank you again to Edward James Olmos. It's going to be we don't have a title yet, but it'll be an 8-part series of Tito Puente, the life.
It's amazing because I had Pablito Rosario El Indio that was on your dad's orchestra band. back then. You know what I'm saying? And the man has history. He's got a lot of stories to tell, and I'm definitely gonna bring him back to Stop the Menace Latino, because I want to know more about his past and history, because he's also another legend. You know what I'm saying? So,
and he traveled and worked with my father as well.
Yeah,
I'd love to get him in the docuseries as well.
Bro,
you know,
that's why I want to bring him in, because I am, like I said, I'm a history buff, and I want to know more about the legends that opened the door to La Juventud de Hoy. You know what I'm saying? So, okay, so TPJ, so check it out. So, you know, one of the things that, well, before I start with the Stop the Madness episode, and I'll let you know about that, tell us a little, you know, when you play that Golden State Warriors halftime performance, tell us about that experience, man. How did that feel?
That was right before the pandemic. Yeah. And I was an incredible. Steph Curry came back that night. He was, I guess he had a broken leg or something. He got hurt, but he came back that night, knocked him out. I don't know if the Warriors won. I think they won that evening, but they were going against the Toronto Raptors. I performed that evening as a halftime. It was Latin night at the in San Francisco for the Warriors game, and it was a great experience. There were about 18,000 plus people there.
Damn,
I was a little very nervous. Had some great salsa dancers, the in essence salsa dancers from San Francisco, and it was great that people remembered the music of El Rey Timbal. I performed Ran Can Can, and I was very nervous, but I got through it. And just go figure, it was really odd that right after that was the last thing that all the fans remember. So I got a lot of emails and texts last year saying they thank me for, you know, giving the Latinos a little bit of a spotlight for salsa music at a Warriors game, and it was fantastic.
Imagine that, huh?
Great opportunity. I'll be going back. I'll be going back to the games as soon as they start up again. Love the NBA, love the Warriors.
But you know what? When I heard you was gonna be on there, I went to tune in on it. But the problem is that when they air it, they don't air the halftime shows on basketball.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Grammy Awards. They don't show the Latinos.
¿Qué pasa con eso, bro? We're gonna have to do something about that. Stop the madness.
Thank God for social media.
Yes, sir. Stop the madness. So check it out. A Stop the Madness episode. What Stop the Madness is one of the things that I used to do when I was a drill sergeant, and it was a word that I had to come up with because my vocabulary was not well taken when I was on the trail, when I was a drill sergeant back in the days. You know, I found myself too many times in the presence of the my leadership. So anyway, so Stop the Madness came out where somebody does something great, Stop the Madness, or there was an amazing historical, you can't believe it, Stop the Madness episode. So with that saying, TPJ, what was one of the Stop the Madness episodes that you had in your career, whether you was on a platform, on a recording, or whatever have it, that you could say, you could look back, was it an embarrassing moment, or was it, wow, I can't believe I found myself here, a Stop the Madness, like you go like, wow, Stop the Madness. Tell us the story.
Wow. Well, there's plenty of those. I mean, just traveling around the world with El Rey Timbal, Tito Puente. And by the way, I want to give you kudos thank you for your service to the U.S. military.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I appreciate that. And my father, Tito Puente, served in the U.S. Navy. He served in World War II. And right after that, he's played mambo music for the remaining balance of his life, and it was just an amazing career. But yeah, Stop the Madness. You know, I have so many aspects of my career and how I traveled with my father, and there were many times where I thought I knew it all, but I didn't, and that's why I had to stop myself from going crazy myself. But traveling with him, I experienced something that was very unique to me in my life, because not only am I watching my mentor, but I'm watching my dad, and he was being more a fatherly figure and making me watch him, listen, but don't speak. And I learned the business through that, and I'm glad that I got that guidance from my father, and that's really something that I cherish even till this day. It makes me the person that I am today. I continued my career for the past 21 years, and I'm glad I got that. But that was my Stop the Madness moment. It's really traveling with him. I have so many, you know. But incredible,
huge mentor, huh?
Leadership.
Nice.
Just like you know, with your
nice.
your higher ups. He was one of those, and I just looked up to him so much, even till this day.
That is awesome. He does not only being el king de mambo y el rey de los timbales, pero a veteran, on top of all that. And I read some of his bios too. And he's played in places that to soothe the military, with his music.
Claro.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
There's a lot of salseros that are veterans.
A lot of salseros. I got to tell you, I've done 7 USO tours. I went to Yokosuka out there in Japan, went to Italy, went to Puerto Rico where they had Roosevelt Roads going over there. I went to, of course, down in San Antonio to the military base there, and California. I've been to so many military bases, and hay mucho puertorriqueño, hay mucho Latino.
It's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy.
Incredible. I think that's how we kind of crossed paths too, right?
Yeah, we did. We sure did.
Amazing.
Stop the madness. That's
right.
Yeah, because I was definitely trying. I was trying, but this pandemic, man, just it really put a halt on my whole plan. And now I shift focuses from promoting and trying to book artists to right now the radio. So it's so my path went a different, but I'm enjoying this, man. I'm loving this, man. I'm having a good time. And anyway, so how do you go from how does TPJ go from rockero? You a heavy metal, weren't you?
Yeah.
How do you go from heavy metal to freestyle?
To freestyle. That's right.
Huge. That's a huge difference.
It was. Well, growing up in New York, and because you're from there, and growing up in New York was a different time. And the 1980s was genres of rock, heavy metal, pop music, freestyle. I'm talking about the classics when Madonna first started, and she was really a dance music artist at that time.
Yeah.
But I just got into all the greats, the TKAs, the George Lamonts, the Judy Torres, the Cynthias. They just inspired me. They were young urban Latino kids that went to, and they knew who my father was, Tito Puente. So it was nice to see them at my father's concerts, and then I would go and see them, and I just became friends with practically all of them. And I just loved heavy metal and rock from my youth, because that's where I was first. I played drums first in a rock band. Then I crossed over and started playing timbal, traveling with Dad, and that's how I picked up on that. But a great experience. I love all genres of music, hip-hop. New York, when you grow up there, you feel all types of different radio stations and genres.
Yeah.
Big influences on everything. But, I love the fact that my father didn't care for it. He didn't like the rock music. But then Carlos Santana, he just did Oyacomo. So my dad, all of a sudden, he got a check and liked rock music.
So he was like, okay, now I have to just slightly accept that. You know what I'm saying?
He did.
But I'm going to bug you up, because for all the listeners that are listening in to Stop the Madness Latino shows, if you go to see one of 1996, Oye Como Va, music videos from TPJ back in the days, you would not recognize him because of his hair. El pelo,
mira, yo tengo el pelo antes de Ricky Martin, mira el crespo.
Yo, stop the madness. That is amazing, man.
And my father was in the video too. I got him to do the video. And a quick story, I asked him to do the video, and then he told me, Dad, he's funny like that. He said, well, who's going to pay me? And I said, so I gave him a little kiss on the cheek, and he said, your kisses are very expensive.
Man,
I got him in the video. He
nice.
did it for free. I love him for that. And it won Billboard Video Music of the Year that year.
Yeah, it did. Yeah, that is pretty. That is pretty cool, man. Pretty cool.
Took me around the world.
So what is new? What you got new? You said you got a new release coming out soon, right?
Yes, I'm going to film as a matter of fact, it's a beautiful 20 aniversario homenaje a Tito Puente, tribute album to Tito Puente. And I promise I'm going to get you the first single. It's called 20 Años.
Mm-hmm.
We're filming the video next Wednesday over here in South Florida. It's produced by Mr. Marlo Rosado, and we are going to feature on the record, the single itself, Frankie Negron, Jose Alberto Lectanario, Michael Stewart, and Mr. Domingo Quiñones in a nice, beautiful tribute, up-tempo rumba.
Yeah,
and we're going to film the video next Wednesday. The record should be out by his birthday. His birthday is April 20th. Tito Puente's birthday. He would have been 98 years old this year.
Yeah, ya mismo.
Yeah, so we're going to put it out on the 20th. The full-length album called The King and I will be released on May 31st. That'll be the 21st year of his passing. And right there, the first week of June, we'll start doing all the promotion. I got Tony Vega, Miss Sheila E., Peter Escovedo on the record, Jose Beto Canario. I mentioned I got El Gran Meñique, who used to sing with my father's orchestra for years. I got Humberto Ramirez. I got some fantastic singers all around. Yolanda Duque just joined on board too.
Oh, wow, Yolanda, yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
These are all people. The concept of the record is people or singers and artists that were the. And I got most of them who are still with us. Some of them, of course, have passed away. But I got the ones that I felt were very, very instrumental in their careers by having my father work with them.
Man,
and it's really exciting. The King and I, 10 slamming, up-tempo Tito Puente classic tunes. I redid a beautiful song called Déjame Soñar with Mr. Tony Vega. Amazing version. I can't wait for you guys to hear it.
That
comes out May 31st. The King and I on Doral Music.
Nice. So before, so this is...
Hello?
Yeah, I'm still here. You there? You there? Hello? Testing 1, 2, 3. You still there? TPJ.
Hey, Macho, no, hey.
Yeah, Are you still there? Yo, hello. Stop the man. Okay, so now we're having to stop the man this episode now. Are you still there, man?
Yeah, I'm here.
All right,
I thought you got bored.
No. See that we had to stop the madness episode right there.
Stop the madness.
So TPJ, okay, so there's only so much long I could do this because I love to talk.
Yeah.
I like to entertain, and of course you're big. I mean you got more energy than I do. I've seen you perform, brother, and you got so much energy. I love to see you perform. So one of the things you being around the world have done so many things. With your experience, with your life experiences on the good and bad, right? So before I let you go, what is one of the things that you could give to the audience, to la juventud que están escuchando? What kind of advice can you give them towards if they see something in a music career? The strength that you had to uprise yourself to continue lifting yourself, So, and of course to the people surrounding you. But what kind of advice can you give to the youth?
I would say I always take the advice my father gave to me. Tito Puente gave me this advice. I still live with this even till today, and I try to teach that and instill it in my own children too. And it's very hard during this pandemic to not really, falter in trying to connect with people. However, please take this advice as we come out of this pandemic. Surround yourself with creative people. Thus, you will be creative. I promise. When you hang around other musicians, you get that vibe. It's a musician thing. We feed off each other. And if you are a musician or percussion player, singer, producer, piano player, tocarle trompeta, saxofón, cualquier cosa, be around other musicians, and you guys will inspire each other. Surround yourself with creative people. You will be creative. I promise that. And also, make sure that you guys, whatever talents you might have, make sure you get it out there on social media, because I see a lot of great talented dancers and performers on social media, all over Instagram and TikTok, everywhere. And it's inspiring for me, us older musicians. Well, I don't know if I'm an older musician, but it inspires me to come up with new rhythms and new sounds, the new Bad Bunnies, the new reggaeton sounds, the new Latino sounds. I love working with all those great acts. I respect each and every one of them, the Daddy Yankees, the Evie Queens. They're just amazing. And I'm glad that there's a new generation of that. So make sure if you're talented as a young, up-and-coming musician, put your stuff out there on social media so I can see it. And I can really, really hone in on your skills, and people will respond. It's a great platform, whether it be YouTube, Facebook, cualquier cosa. Definitely show your talents, everybody. It's a great time and a great opportunity to do that.
Oh, good stuff. I appreciate that, TPJ. Wonderful. Yeah. TPJ, before I let you go, listen, thank you so much for this opportunity. Bendiciones. I wish you the best, man, and I definitely look forward to the documentary. My mind's blown away because I could just imagine the history that's being brought to our attention from the legend that's helped many people. You know what I'm saying?
Can't wait to share it with you
I'm
guys.
excited, man.
Look out for the trailer. Go to the Tito Puente Project.org. And you guys can see a little bit of what we're doing, a lot of old classic photos that we're putting in the docuseries. The Tito Puente Project.org. And check that out. And then you guys can also follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, @Tito Puente Jr. for all the great music that I'm coming out with. I'm going to go live probably on Wednesday. You guys can watch me shoot the music video for 20 años. So I'm excited about that.
That's what's
and thanks a lot for having me, man. Stop the madness. You guys are fantastic. Que rico, man. I really appreciate you celebrating my father's legacy on this beautiful Sunday.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the opportunity, man. You have a good one, and stay safe out there, TPJ. And I definitely look forward to it, brother.
Stop the madness. Love you guys.
All right, there you go. Bye-bye.
Bye.